Hi there, my crochet family. Welcome back to LaDenser Crochets. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. My name is Liz. Kindly subscribe and join the family. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create this amazing shrug with bell sleeves. I first made it with straight sleeves, but they ended up being too short. So to make sure that they fit perfectly, I added the bell sleeve extension and they look amazing. I love them. You can do these with straight sleeves or you can opt for the bell sleeve. When you're watching my videos and decide to download them, please download them on YouTube so that when you watch, I get to receive the watch hours and earn from them, because if you download with external apps, I'm not earning from it, and that's not sustainable in the long term, because if I'm not earning from the content, then it doesn't make sense for me to continue making it, and eventually I might have to stop creating this content altogether. So if you want me to continue giving you these tutorials, watch the video on YouTube, please. If you have to download right here on YouTube. Let's get into the tutorial. A medium weight yarn and a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I've already done one of the pieces. It's not complete yet, but this is basically how the two pieces will look like. And the length that I took, let me show you the length of my panel from one end to the other without stretching out, because we don't want to stretch this out. If we stretch out, we may end up with something shorter than we need. So you're going to measure without stretching from these points. Let me show you. I'm supposed to do a few more rows before doing the second panel, but I just want to show you. So my length is 53, and this is the length from one of the wrists all the way through the chest area, all the way to the other wrist. So that's the measurement that you need to take. Once you get that measurement, our starting chain is going to be a multiple of 6, or a number that is divisible by 6 plus 1. I started with a chain of 198 plus 1, which will be 199. So start with a slip knot and then chain that length that you require. So if your length is shorter than mine, you're going to chain less. Just make sure that it's a multiple of 6, then add one more chain. If it's longer, make more chains. So I'm going to do 199 chains and then I'll be back. So that's 3, 4. I have my 199 chains and I'm ready to start row 1. To start row 1, we skip the first chain, insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over and pull up a loop to get 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops to complete a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After chaining 5, we're going to count 5 chains, skip them, and then work into the 6th. So this is what we're going to do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then into the 6th, insert the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and complete a single crochet. And this is what we're going to have over there. Then again, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the 6th, do a single crochet. Again, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 6th, do a single crochet. And now this is what we're going to work all the way to the end of row 1. So keep chaining 5, skipping 5, and doing a single crochet to the end. I'm coming to the end of row 1, so I'm going to chain 5, then I'm going to skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and I should end up in the last stitch with a single crochet. So you may come to the end and realize that you have either 4 chains or 6, because you might have made a mistake in the chaining. Don't worry about it. Just skip the 4 or the 6 and do the single crochet at the end, and that will be okay. So then chain 1 and turn to begin row 2. We begin row 2 in the first stitch, insert the hook and do a single crochet right there. Then chain 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, skip and work into the next single crochet, chain 5 again, then skip the chains and work into the single crochet, 1 2 3 4 5, skip and place a single crochet on top of the previous single crochet, chain 5, work a single crochet into the next single crochet. This is what we're going to have, and then we're going to continue like this up to the end. At the end, we chain 5 and complete the row by working a single crochet in the very last single crochet. So there we have 2 rows. To work row 3, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and row 3 will be the same as row 2. So after chaining 1, we're going to start with a single crochet in the first stitch, then chain 5. Then single crochet into the next stitch. So row 3 and all the other rows until we get to the length of our shrug, we're just going to repeat row 2. So we're just going to do a single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, and repeat. When you get to the end, you chain 1 and turn. Right here, I've done a total of 19 rows. So together with the first chain row, we have 20. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And this is enough. I know it looks small, but it stretches. So we need to pull this and stretch it out, because when it's washed, it's going to stretch out. On the parts that have single crochets, it stretches out like this. So when you're doing your panel, make sure that you stretch out your rows so that you don't do too many rows, because if you don't, you might end up doing too many rows thinking that you've not gotten to your required length. So there, when we stretch it out, this is how it will look like when we measure without stretching now, because we've already stretched out everything. We measure the length or the height. We're getting to around 7.2. The standard measurements for an adult armhole is 9 inches. So the 7 is for a size small. If you're working a size large to extra large, then I would advise that you work up to 9 inches. So this is for a size small. 7 inches is enough. So, or if you want better coverage, on the bust area, then go up to 9. You can even go up to 11 depending on the coverage that you need. Now, because I'm at 7, I'll stop here because I'm doing this for a size small and I don't want my bust area covered. I just want to cover the shoulders. So I'm going to stop there with that panel. Then I'll chain one at the end and cut off the yarn. But on the second panel, I'll not do that. I've already done the first one and cut off the yarn, which is this one over here. So you need two panels, two exactly identical panels with the 20 rows or 25 or 30, whatever you choose to go with. And then now we're going to join them. So we're going to place them on top of each other. Ensure that you've not cut off the yarn on this one side. Then we need to measure our sleeve length. Measure the length of your sleeve. And then after that, we're going to join. So we're going to join at the top and at the bottom. I'll start with the bottom part where I'll be considering the sleeve length. So from the bottom part, check the measurement of your sleeve from the armpits to the wrists. Mine is 22, so I'll come here on one of the panels and I'll measure 22 without stretching on one side. So right here, measure 22 inches. So 22 is in between this single crochet and this other one. So I'll push it to the next single crochet and then I'll get a stitch marker and mark that point. After marking, I'll count the number of chain parts to the end. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Then on the other panel, I'll also count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So at this point, in the next chain 1 space, I'll join it with the other one. Right there. So this is 14 on one side. Then on the other side, I'll also count 14. I don't know if this is going to work. It seems like I'll not have an opening, but let's see. Let's count the 14 and see where it's going to get us. And then we can decide what to do. So here we have, I'll count them at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Now I'm supposed to mark right here, but as you can see, the gap that remains over here is quite small. This will be for the neckline, but if you are doing the sleeves, this is enough for a neckline, but for the bottom part it's going to be too small. So I'm going to reduce 2 on each side. So we are at 14, we're back at 13, then we are back at 12. So I'll mark at the end of the 12th right here. We can count that and confirm whether it's 12. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. On the other side, we'd counted 14, so we're going to go back 2 steps. So 1 and 2. So I'm going to mark in the next chain 1 over here. So move the stitch marker to that point right here, and on the other side like that. Then this will be the opening at the bottom. If you check and find that it's still small, you can move the stitch markers back again. I don't know whether to do that again. Let me measure the measurement above my chest is what we want over there, and that's 14. Yeah, I have 15, so this is enough for me. So now we join from the point where we've not cut off the yarn. So I'm going to turn to this side where we have the yarn still attached at this row. I was doing another row here which was incomplete, so I'll just remove this and cut off the yarn, because I should have ended after the 20th row. Or is it the 19th? Yeah. So I'll just turn my work like this. From this point I need to chain 1, go into this first stitch with a single crochet. After doing the single crochet on this side, I'm going to pull out the hook, then I'll insert the hook on the other panel from the other side, from this side. Insert the hook, get the loop and pull it through. Then I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then on this first panel, in the next single crochet stitch, I'll do a single crochet, then pull out the hook, go into the next single crochet on the other panel, insert the hook, grab the loop and pull through to slip stitch like that. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then into the next single crochet, do a single crochet, pull out the hook, go into the next single crochet, insert the hook, grab the loop and complete a slip stitch. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we're going to join like this until we get to the to the stitch marker, sorry. So single crochet, pull out the hook into the single crochet, insert the hook, grab the loop, shorten it, slip stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue. So this is the effect that you're going to get over here. I've gotten to the stitch marker, so I'll just take it out, do a single crochet right there, remove the hook, go into the single crochet on the other side, and then pull up the loop to slip stitch, then chain one, and we're done. So after chaining one, we cut off the yarn, pull the yarn through and fasten. So we've joined the sleeve on one of the sides at the bottom part. So now we're going to turn to the other side and do the same exact thing. Let me do that off camera, then come back. You just need to turn and start on this other side, join until you get to the stitch marker. We start with a slip knot. So I'll just show you the start, and then you can go on, continue joining. So after the slip knot, we're going to get one of the panels, the one on top. Start with the first stitch, slip stitch over there. Then chain one, go into that stitch with a single crochet, then pull up the loop to remove the hook, and then grab the single crochet on the other side, on the other panel, insert the hook there, and then slip stitch. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now continue to the end. So single crochet, pull the loop, remove the hook, insert the hook into the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 5. Continue till you get to the stitch marker now. I'm done with the joining on the other side. So this is what we have so far. And this is the bottom part of my shrug. On the upper part, I want this part smaller, or you can decide that you want an off shoulder. So if this works for you as an off shoulder, then you can make this the upper part of the shrug. Then on the lower part, you'll need to count less. You'll need to count less, like we've counted 12 on this side. On the other side, you might count 10 and join at a point like this and at another point right here, so that you have the off shoulder, and the bottom part is definitely supposed to be bigger than the upper part. But I do not want an off shoulder, so on the other part I'm going to count 13. And because I've already joined, I know up to this point we are at 12, right? So I just need to move one step to get to 13, and then I'll mark. But make sure that you're aligning your work well, so that you do not have work that's not aligned. Then on this other side, I'll add one, which is over here, and mark. Then we're going to do the connection the same exact way we've done on the other side. I know, as you can see, our work is coming back together, but after washing these, it stretches out the right way. So now we're going to get the hook and the yarn. Start with a slip knot. Connect on the first single crochet on the side that is on the top, connect with a slip stitch, chain 1, go back into that stitch with a single crochet, pull up the loop, grab the other side in the first single crochet, insert the hook and grab this loop and pull through. So now this connects and we have our armhole. So now we're going to continue joining the same exact way we've done with the bottom part. So chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into the next single crochet, do a single crochet, remove the hook, into the next single crochet on the other side, insert the hook, grab this loop and pull it through, then chain 5, go into the next single crochet and do a single crochet, remove the hook, into the next single crochet on the other side, insert the hook and slip stitch, then chain 5, and then continue till you get to the stitch marker. And then after you get to the stitch marker, you're going to chain 1 and cut off the yarn, then start on the other side. Now this part is quite easy, so I'm going to do both of them off camera, then I'll be back once I'm done connecting both sides. I've done all the joinings and my shrug is ready. The only thing that's remaining is to weave in the ends, and to do that, just get your darning needle, get the end that you're weaving in, and then we're going to weave it in on the single crochet row right here. Just go through the loops into each of the rows of the single crochets. Make sure that your needle is going in between the loops, and keep going until you're satisfied that that loop is well hidden. Until you're satisfied that the end is well hidden like that, then cut off the end that remains. Then you're going to do that for all the other ends. I know this is a bit tricky, but just make sure that you're going in between the loops to secure the end and make sure that your work does not unravel. I'm going to weave in the rest of the ends now. This is my shrug when it's done, and as you can see, the arms are a bit short, the sleeves that is, they're a bit short, and so I'm going to change this into a bell sleeve. If you took your measurements correctly and measured without stretching, you should get the exact length, which is perfect. But if you messed up like me, let's do the bell sleeve extension. I've done a bell extension on one of the sleeves, and this is how it looks like. So I'm going to show you how to do the same exact thing on the other side, and then you can replicate that on both of the sides of your shrug. So let's start from here. You're going to get your hook and the yarn and start with a slip knot. Then we're going to get one of the points of joining of the shrug. It could be at the bottom or at the top, it doesn't matter where. So this is one of the joins. Actually, you can start from anywhere. It doesn't have to be here. So on that row, slip stitch and chain 1. Go back into that row and place a single crochet. Then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. After chaining 3, we're going to skip 2 rows, 1, 2, then into the third one, we're going to do a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, skip 2 rows, 1, 2, and work into the third, place a single crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, skip the first row, skip the second, work into the third, then repeat all the way around. This is round 1 of the extension because we're going to be working in rounds. So chain 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, work into the third, 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, then work into the third. At the end, I have 1, 2, 3 rows, so I'm going to skip the 3 of them, and then I'll slip stitch on the first single crochet that I did. like that. So that's the end of round 1. We're working in round, remember, we're not turning, we'll just keep going round and round and round. So for round 2, we're going to chain 1, go back into that first stitch with a single crochet, then chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Skip over to this V part of the single crochet and place another single crochet there. Chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into the next single crochet at the V, place a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Onto the single crochet, we place a single crochet. Chain 4. It's actually 4, not 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 2, 3 and 4. Then single crochet and keep going all the way around. I'm coming to the end of the round. Actually, I'm not at the end yet. So now I'm doing the last chain 4. So those are the 4 chains. Then to complete round 2, we're going to go to this V part of the first single crochet and slip stitch right there. Chain 1, go back into that same space and place a single crochet. We are starting round 3 and we're going to chain 4 again, 2, 3 and 4, then single crochet. So round 3 is the same as round 2. Just chaining 4, sorry, and doing a single crochet. See, we're working the single crochet in this V part and not right here. Not right here, but right here. I'm at the end of round 3, so I'll slip stitch on the V part of the first single crochet right there. Then chain 1, go back into that space with a single crochet, and for round 4 we're going to chain 5. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Go into the next single crochet and do a single crochet, chain 5. Single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 5, work another single crochet, chain 5, single crochet next, and repeat to the end. I'm at the end of round 4, so I'll slip stitch on the single crochet at the beginning, chain 1, work a single crochet in that first stitch, then chain 5 again. We are in round 5, and from round 5 till we get the length of the shrug that we need, we're just going to be chaining 5. So we're not chaining any more chains, just 5, and then single crochets where we had single crochets previously. I did a total of 16 rounds on this other side, and all the rounds from round 4 are 5 chains. So we're not going to 6, we're not going to 7, we're just working 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then single crochet all the way around. When you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch, chain 1, start with a single crochet in the first stitch, and keep going all around until you get your desired number of rows. I did a total of 16, but you can do more if you want. You can do 20 if you want that bell sleeve part longer. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll keep going, then I'll be back once I'm done to show you how my work will be looking like. I'm coming to the end, so I'll just do a slip stitch on the very first single crochet there on our last round, chain 1, and cut off the yarn, pull the yarn through and fasten, and we're done with that extension, the bell extension on the sleeve. We've already done the other one. I've already done the other one, so you'll need to do the second one, and then after that we're going to weave in this end. So just get your darning needle and weave it in. So we're just weaving it in on the single crochet row. Make sure that you're going in between the loops of the stitches. Just make sure that the needle is in between the loop on this side and the loop on the other side, such that you cannot see it. Then once you're done, pull the needle through, then cut off the remaining end, and do the same thing on the other side. And at this point we are done with the shrug. So let me put it on and show you how it looks like after weaving in this end. Oh, I've already done that other one. So this is what we have. This is one of the sleeves. This is the second one. Here's our shrug when it's completely done, and look how beautiful it is. I'm so glad I did the bell extensions because I feel like they've elevated the shrug. And so thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the tutorial. If you've enjoyed it, kindly leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. When you recreate these, don't forget to tag me on my social media pages and I'll be reposting your work. See you in the next one.